it's Kelly. So in today's video, Apollo is going to be controlling my life for 4 days. This video was inspired by Read with Cindy, where she let the Raven boys decide what she was going to do for 3 days. So basically in this video, I'm going to be doing a little readathon of the Trials of Apollo, reading books 1 through 4, and whatever happens in those books, it's going to influence what happens in my life. So if you guys don't know, the Trials of Apollo follows the god Apollo after he's been punished by Zeus to become mortal. So the story follows Apollo as he's trying to get back into the good graces of Zeus as he tries to become a god again. So he goes into a lot of crazy adventures and meets a lot of demigods. You guys probably know the synopsis. Yes, so we first start on day 1 by reading Trials of Apollo, the Hidden Oracle. So, I already know the first thing that I'm gonna do. So Apollo, when he first becomes immortal, he lands in a dumpster. I don't have a dumpster, but I have this massive trash bin, that I decided to climb in. It was kind of gross, not gonna lie, but you know what? We made it work. It's okay. As you can see, I was a little confused of how to get into it. I thought I could use a stool. I was not sure what was happening, what was going on, but eventually I just climbed right on in there. Apollo not so lucky. He falls into a dumpster, but I wasn't gonna do that. So here I am, climbing into a freaking trash bin. Yep, this is my life now. Oh, yep. Nice. Perfect. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna walk in the woods. A lot of the story I feel like primarily takes place in the woods or a foresty type setting, so we're gonna go do that. The birds were chirping, it was a beautiful day. You know, Apollo goes outside for some deadly quests, but I just went out to get some fresh air, a little bit of exercise. It was all good. And also, while they're out on questing in the woods and stuff, they see these geyser gods, but I don't have geysers near me, so I just saw this body of water.
Boys, that's our geyser.
And the last thing I did for today is, because Apollo does a lot of singing, you know, he's the god of music, he hums to the YMCA at one point, so I danced to the YMCA. Hello. So, I have finished reading Trials of Apollo Book 1, The Hidden Oracle. Obviously I loved it, 10 out of 10. Now, I decided that for every book, I'm gonna give a book review and a haiku. So, here we go. Apollo returns. He is a lame mortal. Deadly quests. Let's go. Thank you. But for real, I really had fun reading it, and I'm excited for tomorrow, and we'll see how tomorrow goes. Woo! Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of Apollo controlling my life for 4 days. Today we are reading Trials of Apollo Book 2, The Dark Prophecy. Woo! So let's see what the day holds. What does Apollo do for us today? Let's go. The first thing that we're going to be doing, that Apollo is doing, is we're going to be productive. Apollo has just been assigned some house chores by Emmy, so I'm going to do some stuff too. I'm not going to do house chores, but I'm going to do homework. And of course, while I was doing my homework, Apollo is the god of music, so I was jamming out to some tunes as I worked and did some of my studying stuff. So the next thing that Apollo does is that he eats. At Waystation, they eat a very plant-based diet, so I tried to emulate that. I had spinach dip and some pita chips, which was delicious. And then after my lunch, they washed the dishes. Apollo washed the dishes, so in turn, I washed the dishes. So now that I've been productive, eaten, and washed the dishes, now I'm gonna go to the zoo because Apollo's currently going to the zoo to rescue the griffins, and I cannot do that physically for several reasons, but I'm gonna do it virtually. So we're gonna virtually go to the zoo. Virtual zoo tour. Oh, we got a couple ones here. Let's go to the San Diego Zoo. Alright, we're gonna go to the San Diego Zoo. That's what we're... Wait, this is so cute. We went to the zoo. Then while Apollo's on his quest, he encounters two springs, the spring of memory and the spring of forgetfulness, and he must drink from both of the springs. I'm not gonna drink from the spring because one, I don't have one, but I'm gonna drink from spring water. And so the story concludes with Apollo facing some enemies down at Way Station, and he kind of defeats them by turning into light. He reveals his godly form. So I'm not a god, but I can give some light. So I just wrapped this string of lights onto my body and boom, I am light. Hello. Okay, it's the end of the day. Finished it. Of course I loved it. There's a lot of things that I forgot reading this book, but I was glad to revisit. Now for my haiku review. Apollo gets help. Leo comes back. I missed him. Deadly prophecy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, good morning. Welcome to day 3 out of 4 of Apollo Controls My Life for 4 days. Today I'll be reading Trials of Apollo, The Burning Maze, and letting Apollo decide what I do in this book for today. I'm a little nervous about this book, not gonna lie. I did a reading vlog where I read this book in 24 hours, so if you guys want to see my more in-depth thoughts, you guys should check out that reading vlog. We all know what happens in this book. We all know how I feel about this book. I know how you feel about this book, so I'm scared. But nonetheless, let's get this day rolling, shall we? So, obviously, they start in a maze because it's called the Burning Maze. So I'm going to do a maze. But since I can't physically do a maze, I am going to be doing a maze virtually. Okay, sorry you can see the lights reflected on my screen. But, so I looked up maze games and these are what came up. What should I do? I don't want to do scary maze because that sounds terrible. Oh, yes. Bunny holes? Ladybugs? Princess maze? What would be the most Apollo? Okay, obviously the most Apollo would be scary maze, but I don't want to do that to myself, so I'm gonna do maze monster. Bro, this is the easiest maze ever. Look at that candy! I did it! Good job, me. Now, because Apollo's companion or master is Meg, who's the daughter of Demeter, we're gonna take care of some plants. I got some plants in the house. I love my plant children, so I'm gonna give them some love. I'm gonna water them. Not gonna lie, some of them are like a little dead. I'm not the best plant mother, but I'm doing my best. Now, Apollo's facing the sorceress Medea, and she's unleashing some fiery heat from the Titan of the Sun, from Helios. So I'm gonna sit by that heater and get warm. It's happening. Guys, I got to the part. It's happening right now and I just... So, we have done it, guys. We have finished this book, and I'm upset. Here is my review for this book. I have no more words. I am terribly sad. What can happen now? Yeah, this book was an emotional roller coaster. Like, Today's been a sad day. It's gray outside and cloudy, so I'm just gonna go do something happy because I'm sad now. See you guys tomorrow. Hello! Welcome to day 4 out of 4 of Apollo Controlling My Life. Today we are reading Trials of Apollo, Tyrant's Tomb, Book 4 in the Trials of Apollo series. I'm super excited. I'm kind of nervous. Book 3 kind of left me very defeated and very sad, so I'm worried that this book is going to do the same thing. Actually, I know this book is going to do the same thing. So let's just see what happens, what's in store for us today. So the first thing that we're going to be doing today is we're going to drink coffee. Apollo is staying on top of a coffee shop when he's in Camp Jupiter, so I'm going to have some coffee. Now, because we are in Camp Jupiter and the Roman demigods get tattoos to show their status and their identity, I'm going to get a tattoo as well. But of course, I'm not going to get a real tattoo because that's insane, so I'm going to have these washable tattoos. And I chose the sun for Apollo. So of course, we cannot do a video about Apollo without at least attempting archery. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna see how she goes. As you can see, I struggled a lot. I was not used to this. My first attempt, it flew God knows where. But I am doing my best, guys. I'm doing my best. I have no upper body arm strength whatsoever, so this was a time. But you know what? It was so satisfying to see that arrow fly. Woo! Yo, being Apollo, hard work, guys. Hard work. Hello. I have just finished reading The Tyrant's Tomb. It was a roller coaster. I'm feeling a lot of emotions right now, but that completes this video challenge of Apollo controlling my life for 4 days. 4 to 4, read Trials of Apollo. What a time. Now for my haiku review on this book. I am just so sad. Things keep happening. It's sad. I can't take much more. If you guys want to check out some of my more in-depth thoughts about what I thought about this book, I will link an unlisted video down below about a short review of this book. This book, like, the deeper I get into this series, the sadder I feel. That's the summary of my thoughts. Riordan is just messing up my life. But yes, that basically concludes this video where I was Apollo for 4 days, where Apollo decided what I do every single day this past 4 days. You know what? It's been a lot of fun, kind of tiring. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to do things that were physically feasible. Obviously, I was not going to thrust myself into battle or ride some griffins or whatnot, but I hope you guys still found it enjoyable. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!